Hey everybody, I'm David from Brayfish Design, and this course is a complete guide to user experience design. We will cover the entire design circle using the design thinking philosophy. This course will cover an overall flow of 1. Understand, 2. Explore, and 3. Materialize. Within this flow there will be 6 phases: empathize, define, ideate, prototype, test, and implement. And don't worry if these terms sound scary, I assure you they're not. By the end of this course, you will know how to start from an idea and end up with a product and or service that you can implement in the real world. Are you ready? Let's jump right in. Welcome to the course. I'm glad you joined. So once again, this course will follow a structure of 3 main topics: understand, explore, and materialize. Within these 3 topics will lie the 6 more detailed topics that we talked about in the introduction. My name is David from Brayfish Design, and let's get right into it. I'll begin by giving an introduction on what UX design actually is, when it was founded, and how it can best be described. After that, we'll go into the 3 main topics, and we'll end off with a summary including some key takeaways and some recommendations for literature in the field of UX design. So what is UX design? UX design, or user experience design, focuses on the interaction between real human users like you and me and products and or services like phones, computers, or even office printers. UX design is an extremely diverse topic combining psychology, business, market research, design, and technology. So how do you feel when you open your favorite app on your phone? Or how do you feel when you walk in Starbucks and you smell the fresh coffee? And do you get calmer when you walk into a doctor's office? These feelings or user experiences have all been designed with great attention to the user, although the waiting room could be improved on. But this is all user experience design. But what is the origin of user experience design and how is it defined? UX is not new. In fact, it has been around since the 1990s, when Donald Norman, working as a cognitive scientist at Apple, invented the term UX design. He was interested in all of the aspects of the user's experience when working with a product or service, including industrial design, graphics, user interface, and physical interaction. And in order to cover all the different elements that determine how a user feels when using a product, he came up with the term user experience design. Don is also the co-founder of the Nielsen Norman Design Group, who basically came up with the Design Thinking 101 philosophy that we're going to be using throughout this course. But what does a UX designer actually do? As a UX designer, you're there to make products enjoyable, usable, and accessible for their users. UX designers tend to work as part of a broader team, bridging the gap between the user, the development team, and some key business stakeholders. Stakeholders are basically the people that are invested in the product. This could be investors, or your boss, or everyone that's dependent on it in some way or another. Despite the variety that UX design has, there are some general things that basically every UX designer does. We'll discuss these in detail later on, but for now, they are conducting user research, creating user personas, determining the structure of a product, this is also called the information architecture, designing user flows and wireframes, prototyping, and doing user testing. It is important to know that UX designers are not necessarily responsible for creating the visual aspect of a product. This is covered by UI designers, but these terms often get confused because they intertwine so much. A UX designer really focuses on the journey that a user has while using the product. UI design stands for user interface design, which could be a part of your job as a UX designer, but it's not in the role of a UX designer per definition. Let's jump into the UX design circle.